Hi girls, thanks for being patient. We're having a little bit of internet issues. Hi Cheryl, Ann, and Rise. Hi girls.
Whoops, sorry.
Thanks for being patient. Boy, I'm loud. You ready to go?
Yep.
See, I want to make sure you're over there. No face.
There's my face.
Your face is there. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. We were having a few little issues with the internet, surprise, surprise.
No face.
But we worked them out. And we are here for our Stamp of the Month class tonight. So we will wait a little bit and let others come in here since we had a rough start.
Yes. Give us a like or a love. Leave
Yep.
us a little comment and let us know that you're there. This is the perfect suite for spring/summer. So you can make whatever color pansies you want. And there are so many possibilities with the designer series paper and all of the other lovelies that go along with it.
Yes.
So just a reminder that a to-go kit is available. It is free with your $30 order, and you get some little extra accessories with your to-go kits now, which is very exciting. And then you also have 2 projects, but you're making 2 of each one, because sometimes we have found that you hoard your cards. So this way you get to make one and you get to share one, or you can make 2 and share 2, however you would like. But the kits now contain 4 cards. So we'll show you two designs this evening, and you will get the supplies in your to-go kit to make 2 of each of the designs. And then you get some little embellishments in a little bag.
And ribbon.
And ribbon and dimensionals, because you can't make a card without dimensionals.
Nope.
Just saying.
Dory's rule of card making.
That's my rule of thumb.
Rule of
So,
thumb.
yep. So, alrighty, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. We would love for you to share this so we can have more friends join us this evening as we are sharing the Pansy Petals Suite. And the Pansy Petals Suite is found on what page?
I don't know.
Okay, but we're going to show it to you.
Yes. Go ahead, you explain it and I'll find the page, dear.
Okay, so this one is absolutely beautiful. You can stamp. You see the stamp set there. It's a 2-step, even kind of like a 4-step stamp.
Yeah, you can go crazy
Yeah,
with it.
you can, with adding all the different colors and different layers and everything. Then you also have the dies. So you can use the dies to cut out your pansies, ones from the designer series paper, or also ones that you create with stamp, ink, and paper. It is actually on page 28 and 29 of your idea book and catalog. And don't forget, it has a one-shop number. You guys know those are my favorite. And this one is $70.25. And you get the bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. You
And
get
let
the
me go ahead and put up the designer series paper,
the
which
designer
is such
series
a
paper.
huge
And
wow.
The Bumblebee trinkets, unfortunately, are not available at the moment. They flew off the shelves, literally.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Yep. And so hopefully they'll be available shortly. But yeah, so there are some great things that are available there.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like we have a good number.
Yeah, we do. So Barbara's going to start with her card, and then and she's going to show you the dies and the well, just the dies, I think, right? You don't do stamping.
I do just the
sentiments,
no,
right?
No stamp.
So and if you'll notice in the event, I posted earlier today a little diagram of the different stamps that you could use, and how that, so you can see what dies cut out. Hopefully my words are making sense. I think they're in order. I'm not sure. I don't know.
A few.
Woo! So anyway, but yeah, so you can reference that. And
well, what's so unique about this set is that you can make the pansies 3 different ways. You can make them by stamping the images
Right.
and die cutting them. You can die cut them out of the paper, or you can make little die cuts out of cardstock and kind of build them. So it's just, I don't remember a set like this before. So
No.
I think it's just really a neat kind of unique characteristic or feature of this
It is.
set. And pansies are a favorite of a lot of people.
They
so.
are. And the great thing is you can, cut the ones out of the designer series paper too. So if you really don't want to, stamp anything, you can use the dies. I love it when Stampin' Up! Does that. When you can use the dies and they coordinate with our designer series paper. So you can just lay them on and cut those out, and you don't have to worry about what colors to put together or anything like that. Stampin' Up! Has already done it for you. So my card is going to be based on the designer series paper and showing them that. So
Yep. And I'm going to be focusing on the dies and being able to build the pansies using the dies and cardstock.
Awesome. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. We love comments as we're stamping, so positive comments. So, we lift each other up.
That's right.
We lift
Nobody
each
in this
other
group
up.
would ever make a mean comment, so
no.
we're good. But you do get those rogue people that get in somehow and make
know.
inappropriate comments. But
Yeah,
so
but-
far, nobody looks too shady. in the
No,
group.
so far it's a very nice looking group this evening. So yeah, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. But like we said, we love your comments, we love your likes, and we love your shares. So here we go.
Yeah, let's do it. Oops. All righty, let's get started. My card is a fun fold card. Not only are we making our pansies with the dies this evening and cardstock, we're going to make this cute little fun fold card. Let me get over in the right
I
spot
know.
here.
I was having issues the other day.
Yeah. So
I was off the charts.
off the charts.
Off the charts.
Don't you love it when you're like
Yeah, not in a good
crafting
way.
away and there, I'm totally off the picture. So this is my card, and I kind of want to show you how it opens here. It opens, and then your centerpiece from the front of the card is also in the inside of the card, just like that. Isn't that super cool? And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, that must be an incredibly complicated little mechanism to make on this card.
Oh, no way.
No, it's not. Super simple. And thank you to Mary Harshall for giving me this idea. She made me a cute little card with strawberries on it. And it used this same design. And I said, Mary, I'm going to have to do that with the pansies. So very simple, very fun to make. And once you get started on it, you really will be digging out other stamps and other dies that you might be able to use. I do recommend when you do it that you use either an oval or a circle. Anything with a square edge, like a square or a rectangle, it does not work as well. So just stick with ovals and circles and you'll be good to go. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started with our card this evening. Now, when you do make the cards, you're going to have to find a set of dies that are nested. And then you're going to choose 2 right next to each other in the nest. That sounds weird.
Got it.
So you want one that's a little smaller than the next, and then that will allow you to make your little oval, and then inside a spot for your pansy and your sentiment. All right, let's get started. All right, you're going to need, I'm going off the chart a little bit and using some different colors, but hey, I know, going crazy today. I'm going to be using this
That's every day.
So Succulent. I always want to call this Simply Succulent, but it's So Succulent, right? Is that right? Okay. So Succulent, standard size. And we're going to have the fold here. We're going to actually put the fold at the top of our card. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to layer our pieces of paper on the front. Now, let me explain to you, you want to just have your adhesive around the edge of the paper. And the reason for that is because you're going to cut out the center of this card. Okay, so all I did was go around the edges. I don't want any adhesive in the center. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to layer it on my white. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to go around the edge. Just like that. Bring in my card base. And a little bit closer to the edge there. There we go. Okay, so now we have our paper and layered on top of our card base. Now what we're going to do is, I chose these two dies for my card. All right, so the larger one I am going to take, just like here, and that's not it. It's the next size. That's better. Okay, I picked the wrong ones. These are the ones I layered, so sorry. It's the second smallest and the third smallest. Hello, Cheryl. Hi, Rise. I'm just taking a glance over there at everybody watching. We're so happy that you can join us this evening. So I'm going to take the larger die, okay? I'm going to place it right here in the center of my card, and I'm going to run it through my die cutter. Oh, should I bring it on, I guess? Hope I don't make a big... There we go. I don't want to make a big giant earthquake, but... So I want to try to keep it right as close as I can to the center of my card. That's pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to put my cutting pad on top, then run it through, and I like to go through twice just because it's going through a couple of pieces of cardstock. Actually, that's 3 times. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and put that back over there. And I'm going to grab my card, and there it punched out that center piece, and now I've got both of these pieces, actually all 3, okay, for the front of my card. Okay, so this is going to be the piece that is used for the mechanism in the front, and we'll talk about that in a minute or two. All right, so we've got our oval in the middle, ready to go.
I feel like I'm like in an engineering class or something.
Mechanism. You don't hear me say that very often.
Pulleys and levers and whatever.
Okay, now before you can build your little mechanism on the inside, you do need to put your white piece inside, okay? And I am also going to wait to do my stamping until I get that mechanism in there too. So it's a little different. We usually tell you to stamp first and then put it inside, but you want to get your paper in under the next couple of pieces that are going to make your pop-up. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now here we go. These are the important pieces for your mechanism. These 2 pieces make it pop. Believe it or not, it's that easy. This piece is 3 by 4, and it is scored on the long side every inch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder, and I'm going to crease all those score lines. So you're kind of making like a little square like that, almost like a little rectangle. Okay, 4 sides with an opening there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on our card. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take this end here, and I'm going to put some of the Tombow on here. And I'm going to turn my paper upside down, and I'm going to glue this as close to the fold of the card as I can, and as close to being centered over my oval.
Over over the oval.
Over the oval. Okay, so here you can just see the oval sticking out a little bit on each side. Okay, there. So that's the first side you're going to adhere. Then you're going to go to the other far side. Okay, and put glue on there. So these two here, so the one end is going to be glued onto the back of the card front, and this last one is going to be glued onto our inside, right over our basic white paper. Now the way you do this is you're going to just flatten it down and push it down. And if you look at it right there, it's almost like a little step. Everybody seeing that? Is that making sense to everybody? Really simple to put together. And then you're just going to fold it down a little bit. Okay. So there, so you start with your little step. Now you're going to bring in this little piece. This is cut at, let's think. Can you get my ruler?
Oh, yes. The ruler.
I think it is 2 inches long and 3/4 of an inch. Whoa, oh no, bad. The teacher is getting me. Yes, 3/4 of an inch wide, 2 inches long, and it's scored at 1 1/4. Okay, so you have one side that's 1 1/4 and one that's 1/4 of an inch. Okay, now, so on the long side, we're going to actually stick that down onto the top of our step. Okay, so watch what I do here. Little bit of glue. This is the longer side. You have the 1 1/4 and the 3/4 inch. So this is the longer side.
Is this the mechanism?
This is the mechanism.
Okay, everyone look.
Yes, this is very important.
Mechanism.
And we're going to just glue it to the center of the step. It's going to hang over the step a little bit. That's okay. So I have it up against the back of the card, and it's going to hang over the step a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm going to let my Tombow. Oh, and I just knocked it. There we go.
Not the mechanism.
I know, I knocked my mechanism. So there it is, okay? So it's glued to the center there. I hope I'm making sense and there's noticing how to do it from there. And then this little 3/4 inch piece is sticking right up straight in the air. Okay? All right, now here's where the fun comes. I'm going to bring in my...
I thought we already had them.
That was kind of fun
Oh my
already.
gosh.
True, very
There's
true.
more?
There's more fun.
Sit down.
I know. Hold on to your seats, girls. There's
know.
more
I can
fun
take
coming.
all
Hi,
the-
April. It's okay. You're lucky you weren't here while we were struggling through the internet issues. So, all right. So here we go. This is the piece that I cut out of the card front using the largest oval. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, put a little bit of glue on the part left of that little arm. And then I'm just going to put this right inside that recessed area that was left when we cut out the ovals. And push that down a little bit. Then I'm going to push it on through, and there you have it. Okay, going to close it back up. Going to open it. Dory's over here having pretty wowed by it. I hope you guys are too.
Awesome.
Yep, so there we go. All right, let's close it up and finish our front of our card. All right, why don't we go ahead and build our cute little pansy now. I've been talking and bragging on you about this cool, how these cool die cuts come together. All right.
You better live up
I
to
know.
all their expectations.
I know. There'll be an angry mob if I don't. That's right. They'll all come after me. This better be good, Barb. All right. So I'm starting with this. All these pieces were die cut out of the dies in the suite. Now, what I love about these die cuts, they also have embossing on them. So you can see with almost all of them, there are also some embossed features in them. Like this is a petal, there's a leaf. So they all have the pretty embossing as well. So you're going to start with this as the base. And I'll tell you, I most often use this for my base, the basic white, but you know, you can really do whatever you like best. This little piece here is the second thing I put on. This is going to add the little edge to your petals. And I'm using the Fresh Freesia. That is one of our awesome new in colors. And I'm just putting a little tiny bit of glue around the edges. And I'm going to grab my pick tool, pick this up, and carefully lay it on top of my glue. I use my pick tool because I am so good at getting glue all over my fingers. And then you guys know, once you get glue on your fingers, then everything sticks to you. You're trying to put together this gorgeous card and you pick up your finger and half of it is stuck to your finger. So this helps with that. So there we go. There is the edge of the pansy. Okay, now then you have this little piece here. This is for the center of the pansy. Okay, you could pick a different color to use there if you'd like. It's really kind of up to you. I'm going with the Fresh Freesia again. And I'm going to take this little piece and put it right in here. Okay, and it kind of fits like a puzzle. Okay, this end here goes right at the end of the little edge that we just made. And then these come up and kind of adhere themselves or come into where the sides of those little pieces are. I think I need more glue on this. Let me see. Maybe I'm...
Come from your sweater sleeve.
Hey, don't give away my secrets. It's been washed a few times. It just doesn't... It's hard to get off once it's glue and it's dried on there. All right, I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue under here and I'll be happier with that. I don't want to rip the whole thing up because it's in a good spot. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere these two petals. And again, I use the Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a little tiny bit of curling. You can use a bone folder if you want. I just kind of use my fingers to give them a little bit of dimension. Then I'm going to just take a little bit of glue, put it there, and kind of glue them together. Then a little tiny bit here, and that's going to go on the back of my flower that I've already put together. And you can decide how big you want them to be. If you want them to be a little larger in the background, you can move them around a little bit, but that seems pretty good for me. And I'm going to grab my little center, and he's going to go right there in the middle. So there is my cute little pansy. I love it. So easy to put together, so fun. So there is the pansy. All right, now, before we do that, I cut out of my paper here, the basic white, the next smallest oval. Remember we said we wanted to have a nesting shape. All right, so the next smallest oval, I cut out using my cut and emboss machine. Then I'm going to grab my thank you. That comes from the Pansy Patch is the name of the stamp set. And I'm going to go ahead using my So Succulent. I'm just going to stamp the thank you kind of towards the bottom of my oval because I want to leave lots of room up top for, I'm going to need that, for my pansy to be built. All right, let's grab my card again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, use a little bit of Tombow on the back, and we're going to go ahead and center him right on that So Succulent piece of cardstock, our oval there. So see how that's coming together? All right, now we're going to go ahead and put our pansy. Now, what you need to remember when you're placing things on here is that your items can go up pretty far, okay? That's not the part that's going to get stuck, but you want to be careful on the edges because they're going to get stuck on the oval as you open, okay? So if I put my pansy here, I know it goes above the oval, but just because of the way that the card opens, it won't be a problem. So I'm going to pull my dimensionals and let's see if it'll make sense after I do that. Going to put 2 dimensionals right here at the top. Then I'm going to go ahead and place my pansy right there. Now you notice it goes over an inch higher than it, but just because the way it opens, it's not going to bother the card when you're trying to open it and close it. Okay? Where you have to be careful is with the little leaves. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bend the leaves a little bit to give them a little bit of dimension. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Tombow, and this is where you have to be a little careful. They really cannot go off the edge of the oval or they're going to get caught when you're opening and closing the card. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're putting your leaves on and keeping them inside the largest oval.
So keeping your arms tucked in.
Keep them toward that, exactly right.
Keep your arms
tucked in. You can stand up very straight, but make sure you keep your arms tucked in.
That's right.
So there you have it. And now watch, when you open it, nothing hits it. Isn't that cool? I just love this. All right, last thing for the front. We're going to put some rhinestones across the bottom at the thank you. And these will be included in your little goodie bag that comes along with your card kit tonight. I know. That was Dory's idea. Isn't that a great idea, guys? Including a goodie bag. Who doesn't love a goodie bag?
Well, it gives you dimensionals.
Gives you extra stuff.
The stuff that you need
that you can try out with other projects too. Yeah. So there we have it. There are the rhinestones in the front. Isn't that cool? All right, now last thing. Remember I said we needed to wait because of the position of the mechanism. Now we're going to finally put in, and we're going to hope and pray and say lots of good Stampin' Prayers that we get it in the right spot.
Ooh,
I know.
Sounds like you're up for a challenge.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Oh, Lord. Going to get struck down. All right, here we go. I'm going to open. I know, right away. Now, you thought that was thunder, didn't you? No. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. Inside my card. And then there you have it. So you close your card. Oh, I love this card. These colors together are my favorite for the pansies. The fresh freesia and the so saffron. So succulent. But yes, such an easy mechanism, but your friends will be very, very, very impressed. All right, well, that's my card. And of course, that will come, your kit will come with enough to make 2 of these cards with envelopes. Let me just show you one other that I made. This one I made using the circle. Okay, this one I used some of the dies from the stitch dies, and this is paper from that Hostess set of paper. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Party paper or something.
Have your own party.
Yes.
$150.
And then you open it up, and you got a little bit of schmutz right there, but it's a really nice happy birthday. So it works.
It won't have schmutz.
That's right. I know. I know. I always have schmutz somewhere. Yeah. But if you notice here, I had to make the leaves keep their arms in, elbows down, so that they would be able to open and close the card. Okay, so that's one using a circle. I use the exact same mechanism with that, but I just used a circle instead. So that's it. Oh no.
What?
It's slowing.
We frozen?
Interrupted. Hold on. Go ahead and get in here.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Yay, we're back.
We're back, and we're interrupted again.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
We still good?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's moving along now.
All right.
We're having some comings and goings here, gals, so
That's
hang
all right.
in with us, please.
Just hang tight.
Yep, Dory is going to show you with her card how you can make these pansies in a nice quick fashion, but
Yeah.
that doesn't really take away from the beauty of the card, but
No,
it's
not at
using
all.
the dies and the paper.
Yes.
So it's super, super cool.
Super cool, super simple.
Yeah, the way we like it.
That's right.
Oh, here, let me
So-
get my junk out of here.
So I am using the So Succulent and the Evening Evergreen in colors for my card. And I want to show you, I love when Stampin' Up! Designs a project where we can use our dies and cut directly from our designer series paper. So here is one that has the leaves. And so you will use, well, maybe I may have left them on my stamp cut and emboss machine.
Okay.
They probably are, but anyway, I can show you
Yep, I can come.
the same for the pansies as well. So this will cut out the large pansy, okay, and then this one will cut out the small pansy, which I've already cut out.
Oh, man.
What? Are we having issues?
Yeah.
Okay. We're having issues.
I refreshed it, hoping.
Okay. Well, we all need a little refreshing every once in a
Yes, we
while.
do.
So we'll see what happens. Is it frozen still? Okay. Yep. Or should I just keep going?